Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Guy Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. What the hell is going on, everybody? Listen, man, it's been a long day. It's been a rough week, but we persevere anyway because we have to. I come and do these shows half the time. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about, but I talk about something. I have to because this show must go on. It has to happen. I got different talking points. I'm learning how to talk to a large community of people. Really reflecting on myself, and reflecting on me is also reflecting on you, because we're all people and we all have a point of view and we all got things that we go through. So today I've been promoting my books on Kindle Unlimited. I've sent out several social media posts about my books that's available on Kindle Unlimited. We got Nature's Features, which is my latest project, and that's not just a book. That's all artwork and also music to accompany the book. It's a whole project that I was working on. Just by reading the prologue of the book, it ties in to the music and everything, with the sight, the sounds, and everything. When you read this Nature's Features book, what you gotta remember is the artwork. You have to envision the artwork, because it seems like a lot of people lost their sense of creativity or their sense of imagination. So what I wanted to do is give you some harsh reality on nature itself, on spirituality, and the things that's going on. We have movies that mimic actual life. We have things that predict the future in a way. And my book is expounding on those things, the what ifs, this versus that, basically. So just play with your imagination and play with your creativity, and imagine this artwork, and, think about some of the musical pieces that I put together when you read this book, Nature's Features. It was a great project. I enjoyed putting it together, and I'm going to enjoy putting more together in the future. Right now I'm working on composing more songs, and I want to get more serious about the craft of composing music and songwriting and things like that. This mean, there might be less music getting made momentarily, because I'm actually putting more behind the scenes work into it. I want to learn how to do production and everything. So it's a whole task that I'm putting upon myself to really not master, but gain proficiency in these different fields. Even with becoming an author for the first time, today I actually got to go back and read some of my first book that I ever put out, One Leap of Faith. And I actually tried to take a quote and post it on social media out of my book, One Leap of Faith. And it was so deep and it was so powerful to me. And it shows me why I always got to go back and look at my works, not just to do revisions and things like that, but to reflect and to see where I came from. Because that book at one point was just notes in my phone. At one point, that book was just merely notes in my phone that could have been deleted at any time. That phone could have been broken, discarded at any time, and that book would have never came into existence for me. It probably would have came through somebody else, but that book never would have came into existence for me. I wouldn't have became an author with that first title had any of that happened. And that book sat in my phone as just a note for damn near a year, man, before I actually published or did anything with it or was able to do anything with it. And just to have it out there and have it on the market, it's a beautiful thing. You know, for me, just to be able to look at that and see that things that I actually put into, that I created, you know, and put into this world is actually doing something. Um, you know, we all can create. We can create children, right? Physically. But what do you create mentally? What do you create out of that intellectual pool that we all have, that we all dive into? You know, we have to create out of every aspect of us. That means physically, mentally, and spiritually. So with that, you know, that's where that book came from, because I had to take that leap of faith. And I didn't even take that leap of faith. It was more like a push. You know, I'm thinking I'm leaping, but I'm being pushed into this faith that I have to have in myself and what I'm doing and manifesting whatever it is that I'm trying to manifest at the time. And, you know, yeah, I got told no, like maybe 3 or 4 times about that book, trying to get it published. Um, I've been told no so many times. You know, I've been kind of like blackballed, um, led astray, run amok, all types of things, trying to, in pursuit of my happiness, in pursuit of the things that's going to fulfill me, what's ultimately going to fulfill my family, my children, you know, in my lifetime, you know, the things that's going to leave a legacy. Um, then I got the book Morals and Values. And that's another book that was just notes in my phone. But those were notes that I actually knew that was gonna become a book. Morals and Values were notes that I actually knew were gonna come a book. Were gonna become a book. And you know, a friend of mine, Calvin Millwood, he gave me a book template. He emailed me a book template, and this thing sat in my email for months, man. And then I actually figured it out, how to put my words into this template and make a book. You know what I mean? I figured out how to do that. And, you know, I like to thank Calvin Millwood for doing that for me. He was somebody that I met working at SEPTA. And beautiful gentleman. We have great conversations. He's also, you know, he was doing music and stuff like that. We were supposed to get together and do some music because he had all the equipment and stuff like that. Me, I'm limited. You know, I make music on my phone, my laptop, but he actually had music equipment, drums and things like that. I mean, I do have a guitar, but I have no real, you know, way to record it and everything like that. But he has the whole studio set up and everything. But that's here nor there. Um, yeah, but he sent me that template in the email, and it sat in my email for a while. And that book, I actually wrote chapters and everything, and I set them in my notes because I knew that I was going to, you know, try to become an author. And after a while, I was going through some things in my personal life, and I'm still currently going through those things in my personal life. It's just a little different now, but I decided that I would, you know, take that venture down that path of actually becoming an author. And what I was able to do is, you know, figure out how to take those chapters out of my notes on my phone and actually put them onto that template that I was emailed. So then I could actually get that transcript sent over to my publishing company and have that book published electronically, of course. Um, there is no physical copies of One Leap of Faith or Morals and Values currently. I have physical copies, personal physical copies, that are currently in limbo because, you know, I'm not at the house where I was residing at. So I can't even put hands on my physical copies of those books. I would have to get more printed. But we do have physical copies of Nature's Features. That book is a masterpiece. It was a dedication. It's more of, me compiling a lot of information that I gathered up, and me expounding upon that information, and me using, the proper spell checks and things like that, and making sure all the punctuations were in place and proper. That's why the book, it sounds and is structured a lot more professionally, because Nature's Features was done in a way more professional manner than One Leap of Faith and Morals and Values. One Leap of Faith is my own words, just a book, to inspire me. Morals and Values are my own words, and my point of views on different point of views of concepts. Nature's Features is more like a compilation. I took and I wrote this book in my own words, and once I got it, once I ran it through the program to make sure all the punctuations are correct, and make sure all the sentences lined up and structured properly and everything. The spell check program and everything, through Words documents and all that stuff on my computer. This came out of that. This came out of me refining the words that I put out on the page, and really the information that I compiled and basically agreed with. I concurred with all the information and everything that I compiled, and I put it all together and used my words and used everything, and just tied this whole project together, tied this whole book together with my artwork too. And it was just a hell of a journey. And I'm doing the same thing now, trying to put together certain information and give my synopsis on different topics and different things like that. Just to do a project like that, unfunded. These are projects, what I'm talking about are projects that I did unfunded, book projects. These projects were unfunded by anybody. They were just works that I were able to put out. They were funded by me. I was able to work and get little side jobs here and there, with people that I was trying to grow with, just to be able to get some ends meet up, some scratch, just to be able to get books printed up, just to be able to put books in people's hands, not just put it out on social media and let people see it on social media or download it on their phone. I wanted to put a book in people's hands, one that I dedicated to my grandmother and my children and to myself. My work ethic went into that book, and it was heavy. And I did charity with that book. I went around the city of Philadelphia, and I put that book into free library boxes around Philadelphia. And I vlogged it, I blogged it, I logged it on social media, because nowadays it's all about showing proof. You really got to show your work nowadays. And that's what I've been doing. I've been showing my work thus far. I've been doing nothing but showing my work thus far. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. This episode, I had footnotes for this episode. I wanted to put out certain information. I wanted to talk about interviews that I watched. I wanted to talk about different things. But it suits this episode right now in this time and what's going on today for this episode to be about my work and me celebrating me. Because not only in the midst of all this adversity and all these things that I've been going through, put out all these, not all these books, but 3 titles, tooting my own horn here. But I also was able to put out, in my opinion, some great music as well. Music that was inspired by by me, my life, that was hindered by a lot of things that I was going through. Some of my music sounds a little, a little scratchy or whatever at times because I've been going through a lot, and it's hard. Any creator knows it is hard, super hard, to be going through anything and trying to create at the same time. And that's basically what I've been trying to do. So yeah, but I'm proud. Oh, let me take a second because I was just reflecting on what I've been going through. Whew. At times I get choked up because it means a lot to me. Whether it means a lot to anybody else, I have no concern about that. But it means a lot to me. Even this podcast, oh my God. On a day-to-day, I don't even know where I'm going to record this podcast at. I record in the house. I might record outside sometimes. I might take a bath and record. Sometimes I might take a shit on the podcast. I don't care. But either way, the work has to get done. It has to. Either way, it has to get done. So I walk around if I have to. I'll sit in the room and record it after I do some promotions and look through some emails and things like that. But just tying all of this together, it's like a well-woven tapestry. We do these things and we create this content, and it's just content for everybody else. But it's our life. It's my life. It's what I'm actually going through. I could die today or tomorrow, but my content and my legacy and the things that I put into this world, my children, lives on. It's just deep reflecting on all of that and knowing where ultimately I'm trying to get to, and looking back in hindsight where I came from. I want to put this story into a movie form. I'm proud of me being able to even to have this mentality after all that I've been through, that my family been through throughout the years in this city, in our lives, and our daily struggles, and our relationships with each other. One thing I like to do is I don't like to be wrong too much. Like, even if I'm wrong, I try to be on the most right side of wrong I can be. I'm not no saint. You know what I mean? We all do some things and go through some shit. But, we're all human and we grow from those experiences. The only time you really don't grow from those experiences if you don't learn the lessons that you were meant to learn from going through those experiences. Me learning and growing and understanding that, I'm still learning and growing. And within me learning and growing, I'm trying to give my kids different things to think about, to pass on, so they can learn and grow from as they get older and older. Because our mind constantly expands. They say every 7 years your mindset change. Like literally, like changes. The mindset change, your personality change. It askews a bit. I'll say it don't change because I'm still who I am. From the moment I was born, I always been me. But I'll say that your personality it skews, and it skews because you're gaining a new level of maturity with each year of life that you live. Even though life is consistent, we celebrate these birthdays, and that's what separates, 1 year from the next. But life is consistent. It doesn't have a separation. Once you're born, that was your birthday. After that point, you don't have any birthdays. You have anniversaries. You have an anniversary where you remember, this is the day I was born, 37 years ago, however many years ago, you know. And it's great that people do that, but you allow yourself to grow older with each birthday that you celebrate. With each birthday that you celebrate, you're getting older. You're consciously accepting the fact that, hey, I'm older. I'm an older year. I'm older a whole year now. Well, really, you're not. you know, it's people that live well into their 90s and they still act like they're in their 30s. You know what I mean? So age is merely a concept, a figure of, what you believe. But yeah, about that Mike Epps interview, it was powerful, man, because just like him, I've been through a lot in this journey. And like he said, even when he was, making movies and things like that, he was, still going through it. And he was talking about how the things that he said, could affect other people and things because of his position and who he is. And I like to reflect and think on the same things because for me, I don't like to put bad out. I don't like to speak bad on nobody. So when I come on here, I don't speak hurtful things on nobody. I speak the truth. And sometimes, most times, the truth hurts. All the time, the truth hurts when people don't like the truth. Most people that do dirt down like the truth. So what I do is I don't talk about. I did talk about what I went through personally a lot, but I won't be doing that anymore because I'm trying to further my career. If I'm trying to further my career with this or anything that I'm doing, I can't dwell on the past. We got to leave the things in the past and work towards the future and worry about the present and what's going on right now. And even though that situation is still on my ass and still right there, and I'm be honest with you. It's my moment of honesty. I feel betrayed by a lot of people. I feel so fucking betrayed by a lot of people. It hurts. It hurts. But I'm not going to victimize myself or my children. I'm not going to do it. I won't allow, I will try. Because you can't tell somebody else how to think and how to feel. But I'm not going to victimize myself. I'm going to try not to let my children victimize themselves over anything that's been going on in our lives. But, damn, I hate when I get choked up and I'm trying to do a podcast. All right, hold on. All right. But the thing is, you really can't allow any negative things hurt you in your life because you still have a life to live. If you allow things to hurt you in your life, you're not going to let it, okay. Things will hurt you in your life, but you still got to move forward. You can't sit still. If you do, you don't allow yourself to grow. The growth that you were meant to gain from going through anything, it won't be gained because you stuck in that moment. You stuck in that hurt. So I got to stop allowing what I went through in the past to hurt me now. And I can't let it hurt my children. You get it? Whew, I had to battle through that shit. That deserves a Sour Patch. That deserves a Sour Patch. And a toot. Oh, let me not say a toot, because a lot of people out there think a toot mean I'm snorting crack or something. No, I mean a vape, a little puff on my little vape pen, because that was deep. Yeah. But, This Sour Patch is delicious too. Oh my God. What is this? I got the blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids. It says nationwide winning color. And I agree. These blue raspberry Sour Patches is off the shizzle for rizzle, my nizzle. Goat. I goat. I in the phenomenal goat. and the candy wine goat. I don't know. That shit is hilarious. I watched dudes do that shit on social media, listen to them on social media while they do spin kicks and shit. I goat and the farting goat. That should be hilarious. And no, let me try to let me look at these notes real quick, y'all. I got a bit serious right there. I got a bit deep. But let me see. Got concept notes. Okay. Oh yeah. Boosie Stalker, man. Boosie badass Stalker, man. That's crazy. I ain't even know the boy had a stalker. He said she came to his house months ago and did some shit. She came there with BB guns. She came there with her children, telling her kids that Boosie was her father. Man, Boosie stay strong, man. That shit crazy you dealing with. Got a crazy ass stalker out there, you know, showing up at the man crib. He just trying to live his life and do his thing, man. He, you know, like him, he grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And his city put him through a lot of things. And for him to amass what he's amassed and reach the levels that he's reached, you know, you're going to have a lot of people that think they know him. See, in that intellectual pool, you meet the other people's in there. And for her, she probably believed that, you know, she was meant to be with Bootsy in her mind somehow. Man, it's just sad that she dragging her kids through all that, man. You know, Bootsy, he got money. He a millionaire. He gonna be all right. But it's sad that she dragging her kids through all that, man. The cop told Bootsy that the mother told the daughters that Bootsy was their father. And the kids don't even know their real father name. That's so sad. Lady sitting up there like she was ready to tip drill over there in Bootsy yard, man. She had on these little pink heels, little high-ass socks and everything. Had her kids with her and everything, man. And it's sad because, you know, where the real father at? He don't even know this going on properly. And a lot of times the real father don't know that's going on. This father sitting over there, you know, somewhere probably starting a new family or not, probably hurting because his old family gone, you know, and, you know, his kids is out there somewhere and she out there getting arrested with the babies, you know. Hopefully the authorities are able to get with the father and let him take the kids or whatever. If that woman can't get over her you know, her mental issues, because for real, man, families got to be together. And, you know, our women, I hate to say it's hard when a family separates like that, especially on the kids, especially on the father too. Because most fathers, most good men, they want to be there with their kids. You know I do. That's where the heart is at. Home is where the heart is, you know. And a lot of people think that home means a house. No, home is where the heart is, literally. You know what I mean? Where the loved ones is, where whoever you at, wherever they reside, wherever they at, even if they not residing anywhere. You know, they could be in a jungle bungalow. And if you love them, that's where your home is at. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to put together a book on love too. I want to put together a book on love because there's many different types of love. And people get that misconfused, man. Love is so big and so powerful, and it got so many different aspects to it that you can get lost just in that one concept of love. You know, it's like a spider web, you know, and we don't know where we stand in that spider web of love with somebody. You might not stand in the middle of that spider web of love with somebody. Somebody they might have you on the edge of the web, you know. They might not really love you that much, but It is what it is. Love is that web, Love is deep. All right, I'm getting a little choked up again because that love topic is passionate for me. I believe in love so deeply, and so passionately that that's all I do. Even for my enemies, I love them. That's all I can do. Hold on one second. Let me look at my notes again. Yeah, that's right. I love you. No problems. Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on out there, but with the social media platforms, some of the social media platforms won't allow me to accept followers or follow people back. So if you've been trying to follow me or anything like that, and I've been trying to follow you back, I show love on the page because I want you to see that I'm interacting with everybody. I'm in there. I'm tapped in with everybody, and I'm showing love on these pages. But a lot of time, I can't follow nobody back. I got people following me, and I'm trying to follow back and stuff like that. And what my social media account, it won't allow me to follow back for whatever reason. On different platforms is that way. And I know I'm not blocked or anything because it's people following me. I'm trying to follow back. You know what I mean? And I noticed that with a lot of these social media platforms, the algorithms is crazy because, they'll be showing me a lot of one thing that I might not want to see at the time. And I'm getting flooded with that. And then I got to back out and try to manually get my algorithm to make me look at other stuff because I'm like, wow, it's just like a sinkhole or whatever. And even sometimes when you're trying to connect with certain people on social media, it's like they won't allow you to connect with certain people on social media. It's like, I don't know what it's about. I try to follow back. I try to, that's why I send love. That's why I rather just send the heart. I put something in the comment. Normally I'm commenting something funny or some real, or I'm sending love to somebody or I'm showing my appreciation to somebody for something that I've been seeing them do. And it's just, a lot of times things that make me laugh, that make my day, I'm going to show it love because that's what it is. It ain't no dick eating shit and nothing like that. It's just I'm showing love because they put a smile on my face. I was able to laugh at some content they created. So I want to show them that I appreciate the content that they created. Some interviews, I'm an intellectual person. So when I listen to interviews, I'm really listening to the words that you're saying. And I'm listening to the message that you're delivering. And when I appreciate it, yeah, I'm going to like it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to comment. I'm one of those type of people. If I like what you're doing, I'm going to like it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to comment. There's no dicker-eaterism, no dicker-eaterism going on over here. It's just me showing my appreciation to you and your platform for providing me with content, for giving me a laugh, or giving me a smile, or giving me some insightful information on whatever topic you might be talking about at the time. So that's that. But yeah, social media be tripping. I'm trying to get more into the videography thing because I got to do videos and things like that to complement the music and the books and the podcasts and all of these things. So I got to get proficient in all the things that I'm trying to do. But that's been my time. That's been my episode of God Concept. Wow, this has been a really great episode. It's been fluent, even though I got choked up a few times. I got choked up, man, because shit be serious. And it's still serious, and it's always going to be serious, but it's always going to be lighthearted and fun when you come over here and listen to Mr. Pagan on God Concept on the platform Spotify. This is where I reside. My music is available on all platforms. My books are available currently on Amazon Kindle. If you see me in person or catch me at a bookstore or a free library, pick one up for free. Like I said, I've been doing charity with the book, so it's out there. Some people if you got your hands on the book, please give it a review. It helps me out. I'm trying to give this book legs because it deserves it. It's a great piece. It's a great concept piece. It's a great work of art. That's my original artwork on the cover. That's my nature plus the future fusion artwork right there that's on the cover of the music and on the books as well. So it's a whole compliment. It's a whole project thing going right there, So please support that because in supporting that, that supports me, that supports my family, and that keeps me creating content for you great people out there. All right? You have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I've been Mr. Pagan, and this has been God Concept. Stay blessed. Peace.